Okay, I have a 2017 Thor Hurricane 29M, and recently coming back from a trip, a semi whacked my mirror, actually knocked out both the glasses, were hanging out by the wires. So I'm in the process of replacing it, and so if anyone else has a 2017, 18, probably 19 Thor Hurricane and other Class A's that have this type of mirror, I just want to show you, first of all, here are the connectors. And I wasn't sure how it actually connected up, but there's two of these. And I'll show you outside where it connects. I almost lost them when I started pulling them out. They didn't seem like the wires came out when I took off the mirror. Okay, here's what it looks like. This is on the side of the coach. And you can see I pulled out, I'll give you another view in a minute, of the wires and taped them so they don't fall back inside. Actually, the camera one pulled out, the black one where the camera hooks up, and it fell down in there. I had to grab it with a grab or a hook. Okay, here they are, so you can see them untaped. The obviously the white one here, or not obviously, the white one with the black tip there is the one that connects to the camera, and the other one is the one for the mirror heaters and the horizontal vertical control of the mirror. Okay, also you'll notice right here in this piece there's a half moon shaped clamp, and that's what holds the actual mirror in. It has 3 adjusting screws. I got this one holding it in right now. I'm going to back it off a little. You can see here. And once you back this off, this is how you get the head off. And it just comes out. So we've got this piece. I don't know how well this is being videotaped, but it's like one side in the center's got the deep notch to hold it, and the other 3 are just adjustments to tighten it or loosen it. So basically what you do is you turn the mirror far enough to get to these screws. You loosen them up, and then you can pull it out, and then you want to kind of grab the wires and pull them kind of forward this way as you pull up, and then they'll kind of come out and you can disconnect everything. Okay, this is the mirror I ordered, and I ordered it from Pacific RV Mirrors and spoke with a gentleman named Jack. He was very helpful. This mirror assembly, which is the whole head, runs $114. I'm sorry, it runs I think it's $393 or something. It was like $414, I think, with tax. So this is the whole assembly. All you really have to do is hook up the wires and put it back in and tighten it down. Let's see, hang on a second. Okay, so here's the new mirror, and they give you actually another one of these half moon clamps, and they give you this adapter. I don't need it on mine. I guess you do on some other versions of the mirror. And here's their connector. So basically I just have to connect the 2 wires up. I'm going to put some black tape around it. Hopefully I can show you on the camera mount, the black one, so it doesn't pull out so easily, and put it back down in there and just tighten it back up. Here's how this clamp sets in here, and this whole thing slides down into the part on the motorhome, and then we tighten up these bolts and it keeps it in place. Also, I found if you pull this back so that you can see the why is that thing not focusing? Let me see. Okay, so you can see it's not going to focus. Anyway, so you can see the end sticking out there. It's easier to put the 2 halves together because this is key. It goes one way. Okay, so once you've put the 2 halves together, you want to pull this boot back down over the other piece. I can't push on it with one hand or I'll shove it down inside. Okay, so right now I've got it hooked up. I'm going to go in the motorhome and make sure my camera's working and everything before I button it all up. Okay, I went inside and checked the right turn signal, and my camera's working, which is a good thing. You see here I've got this one connector here taped up. Like I said, when I went to pull it out, hopefully next time if I have to, it won't pull apart, because if it falls down in there, I guess you'd have to kind of pull out that computer box or something to push it back. Anyway, it's all plugged in here. I'm going to set it down in there and see if I can get it back together. Okay, one more little point. I had to actually take the half moon bracket and hook it on the shaft of the mirror before I could get it to slide down in there. I was thinking there'd be enough room once I got the screws backed out that it would go in there, but it did not. So that's just another little hint. Okay, here it is now. I've put it in, gone inside, and adjusted it. There it is, sun's in my eyes here. And if you look at these screws right here, I just tighten up the outside one in place, and I'm going to mark it with like a magic marker or something on the chrome. And then what I'll do is I'll turn it so I can tighten them all down, and I'll make it pretty snug, and then I'll turn it the rest of the way and tighten this last outside one. Sometimes I can get a bent one, Allen in there, but we'll see. Here's a side view. I wish I had my cover off, and you could see this is a Hurricane 29M. And like I said, a truck, actually what happened is we were going down the freeway and it was really jammed where two freeways came together. And he came over, he was on my right side, he came over on my lane a little and hit his brakes. I don't know if someone was cutting in front of him, and he came back and just whacked the side of my mirror. And didn't do much damage, but broke the flat glass, I guess just the impact. Both of them were hanging out by the wires. Okay, just so you can take a look. This is my old mirror. This is where he hit me because he came back and his mirror clipped mine right here. And that didn't do a lot of damage, but I decided, I looked, and actually if you go to Pacific RV Mirrors, you'll see you can buy the parts for this. And it did strip out the gear on the motor that controls the up, down, and left, right on the flat glass. But that motor's like maybe, I found it for $42. So I could have replaced that. I think this panel here is like, I want to say 80 bucks or 90 bucks. And then I had to get the flat glass with the heater, and the back of it, the plastic was broke too, the fingers. But the whole thing would have been like $225. But the whole complete head that just drops in was $414. And since my insurance paid for it, I decided to keep this one as a backup. It actually will work on either side, I believe. Anyway, so hopefully this will help if you have a 2017 or close Thor Hurricane. This is how I replaced the passenger mirror.